Hello everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play The Illusion of Gaia. Last we left off, Lance had run off and gone and done something somewhat foolish, running after basically a giant centipede that has medicine to cure amnesia. And also we have no idea where Lily is, because Lance again didn't do the smart thing and he kind of broke the news that he loves Lily a little bit too suddenly for her, and she ran off. That or she really doesn't love him and she was just trying to not have a hysterical laughing fit in front of him, but let's hope it was not that. So anyway, we know where Lance went, so we followed him here. A corridor stretched to the distant horizon, and yes, the whole goal is here to get to the far right of the Great Wall, which is roughly 6 screens wide. Now, what we need to do is not that. The exact opposite of that, as a matter of fact. We need to block those. Try not to get hit by the burning flame there, because it will be a bit before we get any healing whatsoever. And you know, we don't want to use the herbs that we have a very limited supply of. So there are 2 types of flame we'll run into. There's that. Then there's one that just kind of sits on the ground and spits a bunch of flame up in the air that lands around it. 29 enemies left here. And the main problem with just traversing the Great Wall and going straight over to the right are these little ramps. Right now, we have no way to deal with them. We don't have the downward ramps and all that. And just running straight at it does absolutely nothing. And I have no idea why I'm yawning. I'm not bored and I haven't been awake that long today. Maybe I slept too much. So anyway, mostly what we're going to run into is a bunch of animated fire and these archer dudes, which take us way too long to beat up. But if we can get to the top or bottom of them, they can't do anything about us. They will reorient themselves. They will march, vertically here to get a better shot. Other than that, the archers are mainly a threat if you just can't reach them. And here's the other type of flame. And really, if you get above it and just wail on it, you're not going to get hit by the stuff it spits out. If you get far enough above, like you're hitting it with the tip of your flute. And let's back up. Hopefully not get pegged in the head by the archers, which is very possible. And let's not get hit by that, but let's not lose that. Okay, so 15 enemies left in this section. Make that 14 very soon. So yeah, the healing here is very few spots and fairly... well, it's not actually that nastily spaced out. You gotta get through 2 whole sections before you get healing. So ignore the sparkly spot on the ground and check that side, and this side, and more archers. And I think he meant a small stone has fallen, which turns out to be part of the necklace Lance made for Lily. So, As I recall, he never actually gave that to her, so that means we're on the path of Lance. I didn't really want to jump down there, so he just came from there. Ah. Messed that up. Also, the benefit of attacking from the top or bottom, you don't keep sliding backwards every time. And 10 more. And end up with an arrow in my head. 2 of them for my problems, for thinking instead of just attacking. But luckily we got some hit points back from the fire. Not a lot, but it's better than nothing. Three enemies left. Let's see. I believe they should all be in this last little section. You better be, or else we are going to have to backtrack to find them. 1. Let's not get skewered any more than we have been already. I'm gonna have to backtrack, because I missed 2 enemies somewhere. Oh, I know where I missed them. Way early in this. I went up the wrong ladder. Let's go back and get them, huh? I could use the upgrades. Not gonna lie. Still not showing up. Of course they're not. Here. Set her up. You're around here somewhere. There we go. Run away. Well, run, out of here anyway. Using that little dash move is probably also a pretty good method of dealing with the archers, because you can slide up in their... You can basically get up in their face without taking any damage. And back again to not get skewered. Yeah, sorry about missing that ladder the first time, but oh well. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about him from here, since I still can't even get over that slope. So we gotta go down. And it is a very long fall. All the way to the bottom of this area. And now we gotta work our way back to the front. So 20 enemies here. And you might see the difference in one of these soldiers. The one that actually has eyes. When you get near him, he will pop up. And he turns into just a regular archer dude. But you have to uncover him first. That's the only trick with him. it's very possible to miss him. And then you're wondering where you left your enemies. This way. We'll bypass that door for now. That was close. I was in the wrong spot there. And up here, I believe, is the one and only red jewel we will find in here, which brings our total up to 30. So, yep. Anyway, let's go ahead and get it out of our inventory, because our inventory is actually becoming kind of sparse with all the herbs we picked up. And now we can go in the middle door. 16 enemies left. 2 of them like right here. Yeah. And not a lot else. Now, they did not put those archers in threatening spots. Now meet the other enemy type here. And maybe you remember hearing that one person talked about how they had to run around and clear a snake off of them. Yeah, that's the type of snake they're talking about. If it hits you with that lunge that it has, it latches on and slowly drains your hit points, and you've got to run around kind of randomly to actually get rid of it. So if at all possible, we're not letting that happen. It may not be possible, but hey. May very well be possible that keeping the snake off of me is well beyond my ability to handle. I'd like to think I could, but you never know. I may very well give you all an entertaining show of watching Will run around, but like he's got a snake biting him, because he will have. You can always do that to them. And what have we here? Like that. So it's going to sit here and do this. And very heavily drain our hit points. See? It might have been out of my realm possibility. And we are very close to death. However, luckily for us, another stone. Yep, we're just keeping them all in one spot. Fair enough. Now we can go in any of these doors, but you noticed only the one here has a switch behind it. And unfortunately everything else just leads to blocked off corridors. Now you want to go here, you want to hit the switch. The switch will open up the wall. Let's see, 2 more enemies before we've cleared this place out, and that one's not even facing the right direction to start with. And what else is left? Flame? Come on. Making it very hard to see. And luckily, that particular one just happened to be, this particular room just happens to have hit point restoration. Lucky for us. And as we charge, we get a very familiar blue-colored text voice telling us to wait. as Will stands there frozen in a running position. And yes, we are looking for Lance. Been a little while, yeah. You haven't bothered to stow away on our pocket for a while. But that is about the first third of this dungeon taken care of. So I think this is a good stopping spot for now. When we come back, even more of China's Great Wall. Take care, folks. See you back next time for more.